The world's oldest known recipe isn't for a complex dish or a fancy dessert, but for beer. That's right, beer. The oldest surviving recipe comes from ancient Mesopotamia, around 4,000 years ago. In the heart of Sumer, now modern-day Iraq, beer wasn't just a drink. It was a key part of daily life. The Sumerians believed beer was a gift from the gods, used in religious ceremonies, feasts, and even as a form of currency. But the oldest known recipe for beer is found on a clay tablet, dating back to about 1,800 BCE. This recipe is written in cuneiform, the writing system of the Sumerians, and is more of a hymn or prayer to Ninkasi, the Sumerian goddess of beer. This ancient text is less of a precise recipe and more of a song, passed down to ensure that the brewing process was understood. It outlines the steps to make a rudimentary form of beer, though it doesn't give exact measurements. The ingredients were simple, with barley being the main component. The recipe involves soaking the barley, allowing it to sprout, baking it into bread, then breaking it into pieces and mixing it with water. After this, the mixture was left to ferment naturally. The result was a type of beer known as cash, which was likely a thick, porridge-like beverage, very different from the clear liquid we drink today, but still a recognizable ancestor of modern beer. Brewing beer in ancient times was a labor-intensive process. After sprouting the barley, it was ground and mixed with water, and then the bread was made from the grain. The bread was crushed into pieces and left to ferment, allowing natural processes to turn the mixture into beer. Unlike modern brewing, there were no fermenting tanks or temperature controls, just the wild and unpredictable forces of nature. The beer that emerged was likely thick and unfiltered, and not like the liquid beers we enjoy today. People would drink it through a straw, which helped filter out the chunks of grain that were still present. Beer wasn't only a Sumerian discovery. Many ancient civilizations brewed their own versions of beer, even if they weren't using the exact same methods. In Egypt, beer was a staple of the diet, and it was consumed by everyone, from the workers building the pyramids to the pharaohs themselves. Archaeological evidence suggests the Egyptians made beer from barley or emmer wheat, often sweetened with dates or honey. Beer played a significant role in Egyptian religious rituals and daily life, just as it did in Sumer. The beer culture also spread through the ancient world to civilizations like the Romans, who drank a form of beer called cerevisia. While wine was more popular in Roman society, beer was enjoyed in many parts of the empire, especially in the colder northern regions. By the Middle Ages, brewing beer became an art form in European monasteries, where monks refined brewing techniques and began adding hops, which not only improved the flavor but also helped preserve the beer. This marked an important shift in the brewing process, bringing beer closer to what we recognize today. The evolution of beer continued through the centuries. During the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries, innovations like refrigeration, pasteurization, and the development of bottling techniques transformed the brewing industry. Beer became more accessible to the masses, with greater consistency and variety. It was during this time that lager beers, ales, stouts, and many other varieties began to emerge, creating the foundation for the global beer culture we know today. Today, beer is enjoyed worldwide in countless forms, from craft brews to mass-produced favorites. It has become a symbol of social gatherings, celebrations, and even international festivals. Despite the vast variety and global reach of modern beer, it all started with that ancient hymn to Ninkasi, a simple, sacred recipe that has been passed down through time. So the next time you enjoy a cold one, take a moment to reflect on its long and rich history, which stretches back over 4,000 years to the ancient Sumerians. Cheers to beer's timeless legacy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.